We're going to talk about plumbing tools I use most often. And I'm not going to talk about my hand tools today. I'm going to talk about some of the other tools which I don't really hear people speak so much about, but I know that they're very important to every tradesperson. So let's get into it. Right, we're going to start off with your torch. I got a cheapy torch which you can actually recharge through the USB, so it makes it easy. It's 1,000 looms. If you know about light, it's quite bright. Yeah, nice and cheap. But the second torch I do use when I can't find those torches is this, which is a M18 Milwaukee LED light, which just has got a rotating head which goes up and down. That's all it does. Battery lasts forever. If you've got any of these M18 batteries, it's a dream and a blast, right? Next thing I want to bring you on to is the types of drills which I'm using. So I haven't showcased a lot of my drills, and I was thinking, why haven't I done any videos on it? I don't know. I just don't know, really. I don't. But if people want to see the drills which I use as a plumber, I will definitely put them out there for people to see. But you're going to find something is very much in common with what I'm showing you, yeah? Bam! This is my M12 drill, yeah? So this is the M12 brushless combi drill, yeah? So lightweight without this battery is lightweight. Again, you could put TVs up. I've done TVs up with this. I've done a full day's work and it's not let me down, but I know I've had the bigger battery on, which is the 0.6, and I've got a 0.5 in the Milwaukee stand light, which I'm using right now, why you can see why the video is quite bright. But I know what you're going to say. You've bought into the Milwaukee brand thing for you to be able to use the other plumbing tools. Yeah, I have. So what? It happens, innit? I just like it, innit? Again, don't judge me, innit? Another thing I use on a job, which is so handy, are these plumb tubs. So these plumb tubs, you can clip round the corner of a pipe, just like that, and most of your water will drip into there. I know people have got these other little tub things where it's got a pump, but everybody hasn't got the money to get that. And some people are old school, so they work like I work, which is, I just got this tub until I buy another. I want to get a really good wet vac, but that's another story I'm going to tell you about in a minute. So what I use, plumb tub, you've got your different ranges of pipes, what it can go around, different sizes. So I think that one's 22. This one might be 8, and that one is going to be 15. There you go. Nice and easy. And ask your mum or your dad, can I get any of the dirty towels? Because dirty towels, plumb tub, make it an easy job for you to tidy up, yeah? And while we're on the subject of talking about tidying up, I've had this Hoover for ages, but do you know what? It is the GOAT. I don't see many people with it. It is Karcher Hoover, which is a backpack Hoover, which you can just put on your back and you can hoover stuff up with. Again, if you're a one-man situation, yeah, I don't want. I can't bother to put it on. But look, it just goes on like that, innit? That's it. It's like that, and it's got like shoulders. It's got straps for your sides, so you can have it on for a long time. Little shoulder straps. I'll bring them in so you guys can see. But very, very, very. If you work on your own, yeah, and you're one person, you want to do tidying up, and like, you could just put that on your back. Have the extension arm bit, and you could be hoovering while you're doing your stuff. Do you get it? It just makes things so much easier if you're doing that type of work. And especially if you're doing fan coil units and stuff like that, which are generally on top and you have to do the hoovering. To have the hoover on your back like that, it's much more easier. But I haven't used it for a lot of situations like that. But I just know that I've done that work prior, and I know that this will make it easy. So I'm not sure if you could add on one of those attachments when you're doing drilling as well, and then put it underneath like a suction thing. You know the ones I'm talking about. I'll put it on the screen here. One of those, so you can just use it like that. That was me thinking about it. Anyway, next thing I would say to you guys is Sunny Snake. This has been like my go-to, like doing jobs, domestic homes. This is perfect. I've unblocked a 2-inch kitchen which had a lot of grease fat in it. There's a video on my page which I'd done, and this machine done it all. Again, came in a nice little bucket. I've done a little review on this before, but I might do a better, more in detailed review. Again, it's very easy to use. You pull it forward if you want to pull out the snake, which is here. And then to lock it into place, you just pull back and you just press the trigger and it will do the, yeah, that was weird. But it will do that. It will do that inside the pipe and it will clean the pipe as long as you keep pushing it down. Not had any problems with any of that kit, which I've just showed you just now, because I generally used most of that stuff, like on most of my jobs. So the lights, the different styles of lights, having a torch, having a bigger torch just allows you to have a little bit more light. Having a stand light, which will allow my area, like which might be behind me, to be lit up so I can work and not have no one hold it for me. Because, you know, you go places and there's nowhere to put stuff on. Like you can't rest your light on the side or nothing like that. So that's why I got that. But I'm thinking if there's anything else that I could show you. Yeah, there is. Of course there is. I'm in my bloody shed. What am I thinking? Right. Let me show ya. So the different types of mats which I have, yeah, have different kneeling mats, yeah. So this is normally like inside on some tiles, and it's what I like about it. I stole this from my uncle. It's got like this side, I think water will run off of it or something like that. Something like that. Anyway, something like that. I'm not trying to sell it anyway, but I'm just letting you know what it does, right? I got this kneeling mat. It's like a car mechanics kneeling mat. It's had better days, but when I'm working outside, for you to be on that on concrete and maybe put that on, you'll be quite comfortable on your knees. You won't be doing all this when you get into the van. Oh. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So I have actually got a few other bits here to show you, and what I would suggest for you to have, which is something like a dust sheet. A really good dust sheet, just like this one, which you can see here, will save you so much time when you're on the job. And as we know, as tradespeople, there is mess. There might be mess when you come there. There might be mess when you leave there. To be working inside mess when you can't tidy it up, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. So try and make your area as clean as you can, because it prevents accidents from happening, but also allows you to look professional while you're doing it. Again, I could go and get a wet vac very soon, a wet vac hoover soon, or something like that, which I'm going to add to the array of stuff which I'm going to use. But it all has to be making sense with the ethos of the things which I've got. So I think you guys have an idea what type of wet vac I would be going for next. If you know, let me know in the comment section below underneath. What brand of wet vac am I going to be getting next? Because I will be getting one for sure, because I know that it is the next part to the kit what I've got. So once I get that, a couple of more things to get. But I just wanted to make this video because these are like pillar things which I used every day, like when I'm going to do plumbing jobs. So if I've got someone calls me and they've got a blocked kitchen waste, or they've got a blocked basin, I'm going to use this. Simple. As long as I've got my batteries charged up, which generally they are charged. I use the fast charger on those types of batteries from Milwaukee. It takes like about 15 or 20 minutes to fully charge up, and a whole charge is doing, if I'm using the Sandy Snake, a whole charge is probably doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs maybe. It just depends how bad the blockage is. That's what it is, because it's how much the drill has to work. You can imagine. I can't calculate that, innit? And who wants to know about it anyway? It's beside the point. It works. They're good tools. They work for me. This is Mr. London Plumber, and this was a look at a few plumbing tools which I think are key to building yourself as a plumber. Like, share and subscribe. Nearly forgot to say that. See you on the other side.